For study resources, while I'm not aware of any formal study groups, you can definitely create your own. TAs or teaching assistants will sometimes host review sessions and office hours specifically for your section. But most importantly, what helped me a ton my first year was the Academic Resource Center, which offers upperclassmen peer tutors, and you can schedule weekly meetings or just meet as frequently as you need. It is a very helpful resource, and it honestly got me through my first year. There are also resources like the Writing Center and the Math Question Center, in which upperclassmen help you with specific essays, problem sets, and other assignments that you need help with. My favorite class that I've taken so far in my time at Harvard would have to be the writing course that I took called Expos 20. I was really inspired by my teacher. I loved the flexibility and real-world importance of the assignments. I loved having only 10 students in the class. That was very enjoyable coming from 400 plus people lecture halls. And my least favorite class was definitely the math course I took in my first semester. I just didn't really enjoy the teacher's lecture style or what we were assigned. I didn't like that we were assigned a problem set literally every other day, which I should add is very typical for Harvard math classes, and it's just a lot to keep up with. As for registering for classes, it's very easy, very simple. I'm sure that there won't be many problems that arise. You do it online, and if you have any problems, I'm sure that your advisors will be sure to walk through with you, and there's really nothing to worry about there. In terms of extracurriculars, there's so much that you can get involved with at Harvard. As for myself, just some of the main organizations that I'm involved in are MedLife, which fundraises for an annual service trip to South America where we provide healthcare assistance to low-income families. There's Strong Women, Strong Girls, which is through PBHA, the Phillips Brooks House Association, in which we mentor elementary school girls and teach them about female empowerment. And I'm also going to be a peer advising fellow this year, which, as I mentioned earlier, means that I will advise first-year students at Harvard. And I'm also a team leader for the FGLI pre-orientation program, FIRE, which I touched on a bit earlier as well. In terms of Greek life on campus, we do have a single sorority, but Greek life isn't really what's popular. What's popular is what we call finals clubs, which are basically the same thing as Greek life, to be honest, but you can join these as a sophomore. So for research and work study, getting a research position is very, very easy, as well as work study jobs. And Harvard hosts a lot of job and research fairs specifically throughout the semesters. Researchers are always looking for undergrads to recruit in the Boston and Cambridge area. There are plenty of options, and there are tons of work study and on-campus jobs that pay very well. So there's nothing to be concerned about there. Next, I'll move into dining and housing. All undergrads who receive room and board will get unlimited meal swipes at any dining hall, which is very great. And first years have their own dining hall in the yard that's called Annenberg, which we call the Berg. The Berg is a great place to meet new people and socialize, and I would advise you not to take Annenberg for granted because you will definitely miss it after your first year. I would advise making sure you sit with random people and being friendly in the Berg so that you can make new friends because it is a great experience. In terms of housing, mostly everyone lives on campus, and first-year students live in dorms in the yard, while upperclassmen are placed in 2 houses. You're assigned your house right before spring break of your first year, and after moving in as a sophomore, you will live there for the rest of your time at Harvard. Houses usually have really great close-knit communities, and there's a ton of house pride on campus, so that's a lot of fun and something definitely to look forward to as an upperclassman. Next, I'll move into financial aid. Financial aid at Harvard is very generous. I never needed to appeal my aid since it was more than enough for me, though I do know people who have, and I've only heard good things and success stories about the process. If you're on full financial aid like myself, most outside scholarships will go directly to you, which is extremely helpful and actually eliminated my work study contribution and allowed me to not work any formal job my first year at Harvard. Lastly, I'll touch on some more miscellaneous aspects of Harvard. So, in terms of the city around the campus, Harvard is right outside of Boston in the city of Cambridge, and Cambridge has a very suburban town feel. It's really nice. There are lots of really nice and expensive restaurants. The city feels really safe, and I really love it. The campus is also right next to the Charles River, and it's very easy to go into Boston via the T for around $2 or $3. It's very easy, very accessible, and quick to get to. And though I don't go into the city very often, it is really nice. It's a very nice way to get off campus and try new food, see the sights of Boston. It's pretty nice. Some of my favorite spots on campus would have to be my freshman entryway, Hollis Hall South, because I made some really great friends there and some really great memories that I don't think I'll ever forget. I also really enjoy the Kung Fu Tea near campus because I am a boba and milk tea fanatic, so I am there very frequently. And just generally, I really like being in the yard because it's such a great place. It's buzzing with excitement at all times, and it's just really nice and beautiful to see the seasons change and things change over time in the yard. Now into some of my likes and dislikes about the school. In terms of my likes, I really love people. I know everyone says that about the school that they go to, but it truly is true. There are so many passionate, wonderful, kind, genuine people at Harvard, and that is something you will remember for the rest of your life. And I think what's really amazing about Harvard and all institutions is that it's just really what you make of it. Every opportunity is at your fingertips. You have so many things that you can do. And it's really up to you if you want to take full advantage, which you definitely should. But it's just really amazing to know that so many opportunities are at your fingertips. And I think the number one thing is that I have faith that all of the dislikes I have can and will change. But some of my dislikes are, I wish that the mental health resources were better at Harvard. As I touched on a little bit, a lot of people have had issues with our counseling and mental health services, and I just wish that we didn't have to rely entirely on peer resources. I really wish that the institutional mental health resources were better on campus. I also wish that the food was a little bit better. I don't think it's completely unappetizing. I just wish that we had more healthy options, and also more options for people who are vegan, vegetarian, and have other dietary restrictions. And I also disagree with a lot of small things that the administration does. I won't get too into it, obviously, in this video, but there are some things that me and my peers at Harvard just don't really enjoy that the administration does, so there are just some issues there. But besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it helped. Congratulations to the incoming class of 2024, and hopefully all of you that are watching will be either in that class or the classes to come after. I hope to see so many of you watching on campus soon, and please reach out to either me personally or Virtual Vine if you have any more questions. I'd be happy to answer them.